Hey everybody, welcome to my first LinkedIn video. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos and content like this simply to help estate agents in my network with their social media and to give as much value as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And it's on 3 reasons why you need to market on Facebook as a real estate agent in 2019. So this is what we're going to cover. Where your customers are online, owning your traffic versus marketing on Zoopla if you're in the UK, or sites like Zillow if you're in the US, and how to be viewed by clients as the right agent for them, and also how to build relationships through your social media. So I just want to start by showing you that your customers are on Facebook. The graphic on the left, shows people using social media and the ages of those people in the UK. And as you can see from the graph, from the last 4 columns, there's around about 25 million people from 35 to 65, where people usually buy a home. And on the right, you can see the most used media platforms in the UK and the US. And Facebook tops them with 80% and over 80% of adults in those 2 countries using Facebook on a monthly basis. So the first reason is that you own your traffic. So take Zoopla and Rightmove in the UK and Zillow and Realtor.com, among others, in the US. Anyone viewing listings on these sites is traffic owned by these companies. So these leads can also be the leads of other agents. So as you know, when people go onto these sites, the primary reason is just to get people onto the sites to view properties and to get leads for anybody that puts their listings on these sites. So if somebody comes through, I know for Rightmove and Zoopla in the UK, somebody comes through there and you get a lead and a viewing on a property, they tend to be quite a poor lead, and you know that maybe 3 or 4 other agents have contacted them previously, or even if they haven't contacted them yet and you're the first agent to contact that lead, you can expect a few other agents that week or the next couple of weeks to contact them as well, because they've been browsing for properties online on there. Now, marketing on Facebook allows you to send people to your website, to your email list, to an opt-in, and they are only your leads, and you can remarket to them freely. So let's say you put some Facebook ads out, and it's for your email list or just for some properties on your website. You can put a pixel on there and you can remarket to these people as many times as you want to, and they're only your leads because they've seen you online, they've gone through your Facebook page, through your social media, to your website or to something that you own. So the traffic, these people are going to be your leads. They're not going to have gone to another agent on social media and done the same thing, because that's just not where they look for properties, and it's not really where they look for agents either. And the second reason is because it's the best place to build relationships. It's not the place, I see a lot of people do this, to shout about your success and how you're better than the next agent. I mean, I'm sure we've all been to like a party or a dinner or something like that, or like some kind of gathering with workmates or family, where there's always been a person who kind of only talks about themselves, like they've bought a new car or their new house or their child's doing this well at school. It's all about them, and they don't really offer anything to the conversation, and nobody really likes that person. They kind of get a bit bored of that conversation, and nobody really likes that person, and nobody really wants to be that person either. So why would you be this person on social media? And 99% of agents out there are this person on social media. So instead, it's the place to give value and useful updates on your property market, in your local area, to really serve those local residents who are going to turn into your clients at some point in the future, and to really get ahead of everybody else who's just shouting about themselves. And you've got to show people how good your service is. Don't tell them. A lot of people like to shout about how good their service is, right? And how good they are as agents. But this is you saying this, right? If there's like you've got your agency on one side of the street, and let's say there's another agent across the street, and let's just say hypothetically you have the same rates, you sell the same kind of properties in the same area, and really your service is exactly the same. Now it's going to be different, but let's just say for this example that it's exactly the same service and the exact same price. You say that your service is better, and they say that their service is better, but this is just your opinion. So I mean, they're your competitors. You have to say you're better than them, right? You have to believe that. But if you have a testimonial from a customer and a review to actually say that you're better than this agent, or why they found your service to be a great service and why they would always choose you again, that is showing people It's showing somebody that they can relate to in a similar position to them why they chose you and why this new customer who's viewing this should choose you as well. So show people how good your service is with testimonials and reviews from previous customers. Don't just tell them how good you are. Now, these are some post examples and templates that I found online that are really, really successful, and how you can implement them in your marketing as well. So let's just take the first one. This is from an agent in the UK called Hudson and Moody, and this is one of their staff, one of their valuers, and he's written an article on his predictions for the local market for 2019. And as you can see, they've got the link to the article there. And they've also got a picture of his face to really start to get to know that person, right? Just start to build that personal relationship, even though you haven't met that guy yet, right? And you can just start to trust him. He's giving value. He's giving you his predictions on the local market. And you also know what he looks like. You know the person who's giving you this information. And here's a second one to do with building trust online. This agency is showing you some of their team. And if you were to choose them, the people that you would be dealing with and you'll be talking to, the people who are going to help you to sell or buy your house. So it really goes a long way to start building trust and really feel like you're starting to get to know them a little bit as a potential client. Now, when I said about show, don't tell, this is what I was talking about. So here's a testimonial in their brand colors from one of their previous clients. So a 5-star review, good advice, always there when things go through. Can't recommend these guys highly enough. So if you have testimonials like this, you can put them in your brand colors and you can post them as many times as you like. Now, this agent now don't have to shout about and say why they're better than the next agent. They have the proof there to show it. Now, I just want to highlight this one at the top here and this one in the bottom left-hand corner, in the bottom right-hand corner, because these are two articles that you can just post on social media. So it's got a link to an article on their website. So this one is about kitchen ideas. So if you were going to buy a new house, for example, and you're thinking of doing it up a little bit and you want some ideas for a new living room or new kitchen, something like that, this is clearly an article to give value for buyers and kitchen ideas. Something to do with if you're going to buy or sell a property, maybe you want to sell your property and you want to make it as attractive as you can to people who are going to view it and potential buyers of your property. Well, here's 13 kitchen ideas to kind of spruce it up a little bit and make it seem a little bit better and more attractive. And at the top, this is an interesting article about how the average rent in Britain have gone up a little bit by 1%. And if your agency or as an agent, you specialize in rentals and lettings, this is another article that you can put on your website and show people on social media. It gives value to people rather than just posting your listings or something like that. You actually give value and you add something to the local people who could be your potential clients. Now, let's say, for example, that they find one agent on social media and it's just their listings and them talking about how good they are. And they come to your social media and they find, one or two listings of your higher quality properties to showcase what you have on offer, but they also see some great testimonials and they also see some of your team giving value, like these articles here. See if you can do this. So let's say this is going to be your Facebook feed over the next week or so. You've showcased your team. You've given value in the form of articles to your local market. You've shown proof why they should choose you in the form of testimonials. And you've also shown and displayed a couple of your best properties. How much better is that going to look than just constantly listing properties and reasons why they should choose you? Instead of you talking about reasons they should choose you, it shows them why they need you as their agent.